In this video, I share my first impressions of Norwegian Cruise Lines. I'm aboard the Norwegian Gem on a 7-day cruise to Nova Scotia and Maine.
We're Rich and Robin,
And these are our midlife adventures.
living in and out of our midlife van.
In this video, I'm sharing some pros and cons to Norwegian Cruise Lines. On this cruise, I'm cruising without Rich. Sorry for those fans of Rich. So my mom is going on this cruise with me, and we're going to Nova Scotia and Maine. On the pro side, my first embarkation on our Norwegian cruise was very smooth. From security, a tiny hiccup checking in at the desk because they said I didn't have a credit card on file, but I put one on file online when I checked in, and then her swiper wouldn't swipe my card. I've never swiped the card because usually you tap or insert it. But then I gave her another card and that card swiped, so we were on our way. The other little tiny hiccup was we were given a Canada arrival form and told to fill it out and turn it in before we got on the ship. No one wanted it before we got on the ship. We got on the ship and they're like, oh, turn it in before 8 p.m. But there was a desk right there when we got in the lobby. So we turned in our form and they said all was good, except for the next day we got a note in our mail at our room. Not only did they say we didn't have our forms, they said there was no credit card on file. But that was easily taken care of with one short trip to guest services on the first sea day. As with all the cruises we've been on, the crew here has been amazing. All the staff we come in contact with has been great. Pro, you don't have to sign for your drinks, but then con, you'd have to leave cash for an extra tip for your drink people if you wanted to, because you don't sign for them. There's not a spot to do that, to charge it to your room. It was nice to have the main dining room with tablecloths and paper menus, though it's a con that they don't have the menus for the main dining room available for the entire cruise. You have to wait to the day of to see it. It would be easier to plan other dining options to know the main dining room menus in advance. Thankfully, I found some online ahead of our cruise to help us plan our trip. One of our favorite places is the Promenade. Oh, I forgot my glasses, but these will change soon. And there's, on this ship, the Norwegian Gem, you can walk all the way around the ship. Now, there is so much room in portions of the ship. They've got shuffleboard in a couple spots, but there's not a lot of seating out here. There's so much room for seatings closer to the front on each side that it would be great to have more seating, but it is a nice place to walk. It is much wider than the jogging track, though there's only walking allowed here and not jogging. So I'm out here on the Promenade Deck 7, and I'm going to walk inside to the front of the bow of the ship. There are a couple of windows to look out, and then when you get in the very front, it is quite loud, and you're all protected from the wind in here as you walk to the other side of the ship. And I can also walk to the back of the ship, and that's cool to see the wake of the ship back there. This is our last day of the cruise, and some more first impressions of Norwegian Cruise Line compared to Carnival and Princess that we've taken. So when you're boarding, you can't bring soda, but yet when we've been to the ports, we have brought plastic bottles of soda on board without a problem. The reservation system on Norwegian Cruise Line for specialty dining, you can book them in advance on their website. The problem is I booked this cruise 2.5 months before the sailing, and there was pretty much nothing left for 2 people. So I wasn't able to book. There was tables for 4, lots of tables for 6, and most of that was like at 9 o'clock at night. So our booking came with one specialty dining, wasn't able to book that. But once we got on board, when you board, you're able to go to a room, in this case it was an Orchid restaurant, and make your reservations. So when I got there, I stood in line for probably 15-20 minutes, and I was able to make the reservation I wanted with my included specialty dining, and then we made an additional reservation with no problem. After the first day, then there's a desk down by guest services on the Norwegian Gem where you can book or change. Like one night my mom wasn't feeling 100%. I just went down to the reservation desk, changed it for the next night, and wasn't a problem. So on the Norwegian Cruise Line, the communication was a little hit and miss. Every cruise I've been on Princess or Carnival, once you're on the ship, you open the app, you can see the entertainment schedule for the entire week and the restaurant menus for the entire week. On Norwegian, you were just day by day given the information in the app. You did get the paper the night before, maybe about 8 o'clock the night before, you'd get the schedule, but you couldn't like kind of plan out your week, so to speak, as like, okay, we're going to go eat here at this time because we want to go to this show, and then on another day we're going to do this. So that was just kind of a little bit of an inconvenience. You'd get the information, but it'd be kind of last minute. So for instance, the tender ports, the information came kind of late. The disembarkation information came the night before you got off. Bar Harbor is a tender port. So I went and asked yesterday how the tenders would work today because we hadn't received any information. I asked yesterday morning. They said there is going to be tickets, and you would get those tickets at 8 a.m. and starting at 8 a.m. and the tender started at 8 a.m. So we didn't want to be off till about 9-ish. I went down right at 8 a.m. to see what was going on. Right at 8, they were already calling number 1, and I went up to the desk shortly after 8, and I got number 8. And then after number 4 or 5, they just said, anybody that wants to come down can come down. And we still weren't quite ready. We were finishing our breakfast, and then went down about 9, and then they were calling up to number 10 at 9 a.m. and took the tender right over. They said it was going to be 15 minutes. I think it might have been a little less, or a little more, actually. I think it was a little more than that. And got off in beautiful, cute port town of Bar Harbor. After our tour, we then had to get the tender back, and this time they brought us back on this big tour boat. And so that we had to wait for it to fill up because we were one of the first ones on, but it was a comfortable ride back to the boat. So tomorrow we get off the ship here at the Norwegian Gem, my first cruise on Norwegian, and I asked a couple days ago, how is this all going to work? And he's like, oh, go over there and get the luggage tag that you want. And I'm like, oh, there's luggage tags available already? I said, how long have they been available? And he's all, since last night. And so I was kind of taken aback by that, but the earliest wasn't available, but that was okay because we weren't interested in that. So we got the one we wanted, and we'll see how things go tomorrow for our debarking. Disembarking the ship went very smoothly. There were announcements made and monitors around the ship to say which groups were next to leave. So this is the last night of our cruise. We did receive a letter regarding debarking. It in there talked about the service fee, so on Norwegian it's $20 per person per day, and explained that it was part of the salary and incentive program for the staff. Interesting. So I'm not sure. Doesn't sound like it's an actual gratuity. I received this Norwegian cruise as a free, technically, cruise from a local casino in San Diego. I had to pay port fees and taxes, but Norwegian also had a $400 administrative fee for 2 people. On other cruise lines like Princess, you pay maybe $200 per person as a deposit, and that's given back to you as onboard credit. That was not the case with Norwegian. I think I talked about the reservation system already. So the food here on Norwegian, I would say overall, now that we've finished 6 nights, has been good, not great. We've heard Norwegian's got great food. I found a couple things in the main dining room that were really good, but the rest is just kind of average. And the buffet at lunch has had some surprisingly different foods that are good and not great, but a little different. The specialty dining we just did, the steakhouse and the Brazilian, and the steakhouse was much better than the Brazilian. The Brazilian was not the best service, and the food was overcooked, and we even heard that from other people as they left right behind us. The soft serve ice cream tried on day one, tried on today, the last evening, melted. You pour it right into your bowl just a little bit and it's just already melted. The ice cream in the buffet though has been very, very good, and a different selection every day. They do have vanilla and chocolate every day, and a couple others they repeated, but a good variety there. For the entertainment here on Norwegian, we have seen one Broadway cabaret show, so not so much of a production show, but them singing different Broadway shows. That was good. We saw the production show they had was called Blazing Boots, and that was pretty good. They had one comedian. He did something the first night, and I think last night he did like an adult only show. There was a magician, and there was a mentalist tonight. Front lounge in this ship up on deck 13, the Spinnaker Lounge. Every night they have either a band, mostly a band most nights, sometimes a DJ, and different theme nights, and that was a fun place to go. That was for about an hour. You had the sock hop, which we missed, but the 70s was really good. The glow party, which we thought was 80s, turned out to be the white night, and that was a DJ with a mixture of music. And last night was ABBA with the band, really good. Tonight is 80s with the band, so we're going to check that one out. The other music venues around the ship were okay. The Latin band was really good, and they were in Blazing Boots last night. But some of the piano player and the guitarist were just okay. I was surprised to see there was plastic straws on the ship, and so wrapped in paper. But I mean, they're making you buy water bottles because they're not included in the drink package, and they're selling that. So it kind of makes sense they're not too worried about the environment. I'm not sure what their environmental policy is for Norwegian Cruise Lines. Overall, the Norwegian cruise was good. It wasn't great. The ports were great. We had great weather. The ship itself was, average. Wasn't the best cruise ship I've been on. Wasn't the best food or the best entertainment, but it was a great time. And best of all, I got to spend the week with my mom.